Hey, what is happening? Hello, hi, gigpreneur. What's happening? What is going on? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. What is happening? Dolphin Duet getting in early. Yash. What is going on, Dolphin Duet? Welcome. Good to see you. I'm glad actually you are joining early. Get to see you the whole time. Welcome. If you're new to my lives, let me know where you're tuning in from. It'd be nice to know. I'm from Southern California. Don't hold that against me. I'm a nice guy from Southern California, okay? That's funny. You can always tell you can tell somebody who's not from California. If you're from California and you meet somebody who's not from California, you can immediately tell they're not. So, where are you tuning in from? We are live on all channels: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. If you're not following me, I mean, why not? Why aren't you? Let's go. Follow me. Let me get closer. All right. T Money on Facebook. What is happening? Todd. What is going on? All right. Let's go. Let's get started tonight. So, excuse me. If you don't know, now you know. I used to be in the mortgage industry for 19 years. I've done the cubicle life for about 24 years and had 38 jobs in 10 different industries. And the reason why I share that with you is we had a saying in the mortgage industry. We had a saying, we used to say, fast cash, fast crash, right? So if you're going to get some fast cash, if it's, quick money, if you would, usually um, there's a fast crash right after that, right? I'll give you a little story tonight. You got to be aware of these. I don't even like to call them get rich quick schemes because that doesn't make any sense. Truthfully, that doesn't really make any sense. Um, but there are people that like advertise get rich quick plan, right? They got like these plans. Hey, you do this, we do this, we get rich real fast. So there's all these plans, and you know, it just, yeah, I've seen it happen so many times, right? Fast cash, fast crash. Um, it just it's happened so many times. So the story goes as such: a wealthy man comes into a village one day, and tells the town that, hey, I'm traveling everywhere. I'm buying monkeys at $10 a piece. So if you find any, that's what I'm paying for. So the town kind of knows that there's a lot of monkeys around. So they go to the forest, to the jungle, and they catch a bunch and they bring it back. And the guy buys thousands of them, right? The day goes by and he announces to everybody that, hey, I will pay $25 for each monkey from this point on. And Todd says, that's a great deal for a monkey. Yes, that's probably a good deal for a monkey. Obviously, this story was a gazillion years ago. So he says, you know what? I'm going to pay $25 for each one. Now, at this point, it's getting there's not as many around, but they still find a few and they bring it to him, and they exhaust what they can, and they bring a few to him, and he buys them at $25 a pop. Well, a day goes by, and he announces that he would pay $50 for each one that they find. Well, at this point, they can't even find one or two. It's even hard to even see one. So they don't have any to turn around. The guy, he takes a travel and he leaves the monkeys behind. He takes a travel and goes to another town, leaves his assistant behind, and the people of town come to him and say, "Hey, there's no more at $50. We would love to sell some, but there's just no more." And so the assistant says, "Well, I'll tell you what, the guy isn't here. So what I could do, why don't I sell all these to you for $35 each? And then when he comes back, you can sell them at $50 a pop." And the people of the town kind of talk it over. They're like, "Wait a minute, that sounds like a really good deal, right? 35, we sell it for 50. All right, that's a deal." So they end up buying all the monkeys back at $35 a pop. Well, when that happens, the assistant takes a leave. And guess where he goes? To another town, to rock another town, to steal from another town. If it's too good to be true, I don't even know what that makes sense or not. If it's too quick of a turnaround for your profit with so much more, I don't like those ideas. I don't like those ideas. 9 out of 10, I'll leave one out there for just, for the sake of the argument. But 9 out of 10, they're not good plans. Here's what I will tell you, okay? Like I said, 38 jobs, 10 different industries, 19 years in the mortgage industry. Now in network marketing and direct sales, where people it's a lot less nowadays, but that's the field I'm in, right? And I can tell you this: if you're supposed to get into a business today and profit major, let's say in a week, in 2 weeks, in 1 month, okay? Let's just say that is the case. Let's say that's the case. So let me ask you this: what happens to all the hustle in between? How realistic is that? Are you going to be able to go tell other people and say, "Hey, listen, I did this in 30 days, 2 weeks, I got this"? And they're going to say, "Oh, yeah." It's the hustle that makes people don't want to do it. It's real talk. People don't want to spend the extra time out of their days doing something that would last them a long time, long term. That's reality. It's nothing else. Because if you tell somebody, hey, listen, get into this gig, I put in $500 tonight, I woke up to $1,000. You'll be like, you're gonna buy into that? Really? You buy into that stuff? Really? I don't buy into that stuff. It would be extremely difficult for you to get me to look into that stuff. Again, fast cash, fast crash. If you haven't sown the seed, if you haven't hustled, if you haven't got rejected, if you haven't had a time to want to give up and throw in the towel, if you haven't had people cuss you out, if you haven't had people block you, if you haven't had people say, this Friday, 2 years ago, it doesn't sound so good. Where's the glory? Where's the hard work? Where's the, hey, I grew as a person? Where's the, I grew a tough skin? Where's all that stuff? Most people down deep in their heart, okay, most people down deep in their heart, they know that MLM, direct sales, network marketing is a great platform. Down deep in their heart, they just don't admit it. What they do send out, what they do speak out is, oh, it's one of those. Why? Because that would relieve them of the responsibility of taking a look and, God forbid, working it. But taking the rejections, taking the hits, taking the promises, and not all kinds of stuff, right? So when people tell you, hey, when people ask me, hey, I don't want to get into, I don't want to do one of those get quick, rich, whatever scheme things, I go, I never said that. If it were the case, I'd be rich already. If it were quick, right? Anybody who got in would be rich in like 48 hours. So why isn't the case? So that's so like 1600 conversation. It like makes zero sense, right? Those are what they call Ponzi schemes. When they say, okay, well, I'll take your $500. There's no tangible product or service, right? There's no tangible product or service. There's no exchange of products for your initial investment or exchange of a discounted service for your initial investment. If there's no such thing, it's what they call a Ponzi scheme. There are people literally in federal prison spending time because of a Ponzi scheme. Because there's no product or service being exchanged. See, if you get into a network marketing company and they say, I don't know, the investment to get in is $1,000. I don't know. I'm just throwing it up. $1,000, right? And what do I get for $1,000? They say, well, you get like $1,000 worth of products. Okay. Somebody else says it's $1,000 to get in. Well, what do I get? Well, you get I don't know, discounted service on engine repair. My goodness, there may be a network marketing on that, right? Or somebody say, well, the sign up is $1,000, and you're like, what do I get for that? They're like, nothing. We just put in an account and it grows. You're like, what? Most 9 out of 10. There's very legitimate, like 1 or 2 brands out there, but 9 out of 10, it's not. You're not gonna know. You gotta sign up for the hustle. You gotta sign up for the journey. There is zero, unless you buy the lottery and you hit and boom, you get it. Which statistics shows 75% of those people within 5 years go bankrupt. That's 3 out of 4 within 5 years go bankrupt. I've met literally 2 of them. Right? So you got to sign up for the hustle, the journey, the whole process. Marry the process, divorce the result. That's the whole idea. don't be fooled by saying, "Oh yeah, well I got in today and I became a millionaire tomorrow." No, no, no. It's the hustle. If anybody says, "Hey, listen, it's easy, it's this," it's not. Let me tell you something. It's not easy. It's simple. There's a big difference. Easy means it's a breezy, boom, it's a done deal. No, simple means there's a formula, there's a way to do it, and it's simple to follow. It's up to you to follow. So easy and simple are not the same thing. This is not easy. Getting rejected is not easy. Getting hated on is not easy. Getting blocked is not easy. It's not. People not understanding you is not easy. Getting to the top is simple. Simple means you got to take all those, embrace them, go with it. It happens. Two different things, right? So if you're in one of those situations where you're looking at avenues on how to make some extra money off online, using a side gig. Listen, I'm in network marketing. I'm going to tell you, it's not like when you hit me up, you're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to tell you straight up. Why wouldn't I?" There was a time that I used to ask the top earners, and this is real talk. I used to ask the top earners. I asked four of the top earners, and I remember that the answers every one of them gave me. Three of them told me this. Without any hesitation, I asked them, I said, "Hey, what do you say when people ask you, what is it that you do?" Because we get that a lot, right? "What do you do?" And he said, I tell him I'm in network marketing. And this is like 10 years ago, right? I'm like, "You do?" He's all like, "Yeah. What else would I say? That's what I do." I'm like, "Yeah, hmm." So if you ask me, I ain't gonna like sugarcoat it and be like, I might play a little bit of fun with you to not give you the like all this stuff about the products and the company and stuff. I'll have a little bit of fun with you there, but I'm going to tell you straight up what it is, how we do, and all that stuff, because I am looking for people that connect with me. You know what I mean? I don't want to have any surprises 2 weeks from today, and somebody say, "Oh, what? What? This is a network marketing company?" Like, you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. So the whole point is you want to be transparent, you want to be truthful. There's going to be people who are going to fall in love with your company, with your brand, with your people, with your culture, with you, and they're like, "I don't care what you do. This guy is fun. I want to do what he does. I want to roll with him." I have people like that in my team. I have a couple of people in my team that join my team, and they don't even know what they joined, right? But we're having a good time. Now, it's the journey. Don't fool yourself. Like, please. I mean, I have people in our team. I have a mom of 4 kids, working 50 hours a week, having a husband, doing this. I have a single mom of 3, drug addict on the streets, homeless, doing this. Got engaged last week, put a down payment on a brand new home. Don't fool yourself. It's all about the journey. There's no journey, there's no story. Nobody's going to buy anything without the story. It's all about the story. I have a lady in our team. She has 9 kids, works part-time as a nurse, and has a husband. She says, "I love when people tell me, oh, it's really tough for me to do this right now." She goes, "Really? It's tough for you?" Oh, oh. Do you want to hold on to like one of my 9 kids for like a day? You know what I mean? So don't fool yourself. There's no such thing as get quick rich scheme overnight, over 2 nights. There's no journey. There's no wealth. There's no long term money. There's no story. Nobody's going to get inspired. Nobody's going to say, oh my God, you did that? Nobody's going to say that. There's going to be no flavor in your quick get scheme rich over whatever. That makes no sense. It's all about the journey. It's the people who were homeless. It's the people who were in their cars. It's the people who were about to get evicted. It's the people who didn't have food on the table. It's the people who were pregnant and went to the gas station and put their card in the gas station. Didn't have $5 for gas. It's all those people. It's not about, oh, you know what? I had a mansion and then I was living in my private yacht. And I said, well, why don't I get into a network marketing company? Really? I haven't heard those stories. And truthfully, they wouldn't be really inspiring. I'd rather hear Kayla's story, who was on drugs, shooting up in the streets, homeless, and somebody approached her with this business. I'd rather tell that story, that she got engaged last week and she was crying her eyes out that this is unreal, that this has happened within 2-3 years. I'd rather tell that story. Or would you rather tell your story? Hey, I put in $500, woke up to 1,000. We can compare stories. That was overnight. Kayla's was over 3 years. I don't know. It's the journey. It's the freaking all the times that she was running this business at the worst neighborhood downtown in her town. Like gangster town. That's what this business is all about. Don't fool yourself. Do not fool yourself that there's no journey. Oh, you know what? I'm going to wait for that one. Yeah. I know it's going to come. I don't have to sell anything. I don't have to learn anything. I don't have to do anything. It's just plug and play. I wake up to money. Kumbaya, my Lord, money. Yeah, you could wait for one of those opportunities. I'm sure they're coming. So yeah, it's about the journey. It's about the story you're gonna get to tell in 2-3 years. It's that story that matters. That's worth something. It's the story that you tell those 3 kids. Hey, do you remember where we were? Do you remember how Mama did what she had to do to get us here now? I don't know. You could be from jail to Yale. Doesn't matter, right? But it's about those stories. It's about the journey. There's nothing else to it, right? I did a whole live on this, and I'll wrap it with this. I don't want to expand this, but I did not think I'm going to talk half an hour. But it's 3 stages to this game. You collect the stories, which means you're everywhere. You're hearing people's stories. I know Kayla's story. I know Adriana's story. I know Michelle's story. I know Margie's story. I know Tony's story. I know John's story. I know these people's stories. I collect the stories. And then I match it with people and I share those stories. You collect, you share, and the last stage, this is when everything comes together, is when you become the story that other people want to collect and tell. That's all it is. That's all this business is. Do you sell products? I don't know. How would you tell your story? I took some products and I put them in the garage and I had them. I never talked to anybody, and that's how I became a millionaire. I don't know. Don't ask me if you're going to sell products. I don't know. Are you? Because I mean, there's a gazillion free ways you can learn how to sell. You can even tell ChatGPT to write you a script and you can copy and paste. Don't ask me these questions. Oh, I don't like selling. Oh, you don't? That's great. Okay. I don't like a lot of things. That doesn't have anything to do with anything. Do you like going to work? I bet you don't, but you do. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean, oh well, I don't like the cold weather. Well, guess what? There's going to be cold weather. It's like, oh, I don't like to talk to people. Oh, okay, that's cool. Don't. You know what I mean? It's up to you. But don't fool yourself. It's about this story. There's nothing else to it. Everything else comes together once you get that story together. Maybe a pain story, it may be a financial story, it may be a whatever story, but it's a story that counts. Okay. Hopefully, I got heated a little bit tonight. Hopefully, you guys got some love. I didn't. I thought it was going to be a 10-minute talk. Hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. If you, after this live, you're like, I don't want to work with this guy. This guy's a little rough, tough. Oh, Todd, I didn't see your comments on Facebook, bro. I'll go back. I'll go back and check them out. Yeah, you're like, after this, I don't know. This guy's a little scary. I say it like it is, man. I don't sugarcoat nothing. You want to ask, I tell you what it is. That's just how I do it. There's I don't understand any other way, really. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, oh boy, sharing is caring. Let's go. Tag a couple of people. Maybe give them a little warning sign. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks. I do help them. If you want to get started on the side gig or check out what I'm doing, just send me a message. Dude, I'm everywhere. Like literally, my phone number is everywhere. Like literally my own cell phone number, not Google Voice or anything. I got nothing to hide. I'm Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. Signing off until tomorrow. Thank you for all the love and all the hearts, by the way. Sign off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.